Welcome to the Forum Report. My name is Christine, and today we'll be going through the standout moments of the second SUBStage Forum. Today was the fourth Forum of Elections, SUBStage Forum 2. Today, the candidates of the Vice President Academic, Operations and Finance, and External races went head-to-head over issues such as incorporating mental health services in SUB, the accessibility of student governance, and a reliance on cause. VP academic candidates butted heads over the usefulness of student accessibility versus higher-level institutional advocacy. During the debate portion, VP academic candidate Eric Einerson criticized his opponent's platform for being too insidery and for too heavily depending on the General Faculties Council, basically for speaking a language students don't understand. And for those of you who don't know, General Faculties Council, known as GFC, is the highest academic governing body in the university, consisting of a whopping 158 members. Draper stood by his platform, but Einerson delivered a heavy blow that speaks for itself.
Insiders forget what it's like to be outsiders. I remember going into my first year and not having access to all these resources, seeing the Students' Union platforms referencing things that I had no idea about. I didn't know what they were because it wasn't clear, it wasn't cut and paste. The things that we're applying need to be accessible to the everyday student.
Draper, however, came back to not only defend his honor, but also his involvement in student governance. He asked how Einerson would ensure a filled and educated caucus at GFC. Einerson said he has a bit of experience with student governance, being the president of the Campus Saint-Jean Faculty Association, AUFSJ, but admitted he didn't really have a concrete plan, saying he would rely on the executive position training and try to share what he learns with student representatives. On the other hand, Draper made sure to point out that unlike his opponent, he has already gone through the trials and tribulations that are student governance. He argued that he would be ready to take on the job as soon as he steps foot into the Students' Union office.
Personally, I've already gone through the largest curve of that learning process, and I'm ready to start day one to advocate for your needs. So instead of trying to learn and figure out what I'm going to do, who to advocate to, on day one I can start building relationships with people like the new university presidents to make sure that they keep student needs as a priority.
It's an interesting debate. On one hand, GFC does make many important decisions, requiring anything from graduate requirements to changing the academic calendar, things that can really affect how students learn. However, on the other hand, there's a point where the acronyms become too much and students get confused. Making sure your platform is accessible to all students is important if you want to reach students beyond those already in governance. At the second SUBStage Forum, the VP OpsFi debate was characterized largely by the candidates' approaches to supporting mental health on campus. Candidates Alana Kran and Samantha Tse presented their variously differing proposals. While Tse focused on raising awareness and accessibility for campus mental health resources that already exist, Kran proposed adding more quiet spaces to unwind and study on campus, and increasing funding to the current student health insurance plan. The OpsFi debate saw Kran and Tse sparring over each other's approaches to mental health, with Tse calling the necessity of creating more quiet spaces on campus into question, and Kran questioning Tse's decision to largely leave mental health on campus out of her platform.
So, as an advocate for mental health, I would like to know what you will do to address mental health issues on campus. I'm disappointed to see that you have left it out of your platform entirely, and want to know why students should trust that you care about their mental health.
I've seen that students actually don't know about a lot of the health and wellness services. For example, the Peer Support Center, the Landing, the Campus Ministry Interfaith Chapel, Counseling and Clinical Services, the Sexual Assault Center, Healthy Campus Unit. We have so many services, and yet so many students don't know that this exists. And that's why I want to make it more accessible for students to be able to see health and wellness. I'm struggling mental health-wise. These are all the services that are available to me.
Raising awareness about student mental health resources is certainly important, but Tse's proposal to promote them on a revamped SU website and raise awareness failed to touch on the VP OpsFi's role of controlling how organizations on campus are created and funded. She did touch on allocating resources differently in the future when directly asked, but didn't offer many specific ways of financially supporting any of the organizations she listed. Kran's proposals to create a calmness-focused space in SUB and expand the current health insurance plan showed a greater amount of thought given to this issue beyond simply promoting existing structures. The two candidates for Vice President External had markedly different approaches to advocacy. Robert Belak thinks that working with external organizations is best. In particular, he would like to work closely with the Council of Alberta University Students, or CAUS. This is one of the same ideas he put forward last year to limited success. Rowan Lee, on the other hand, believes that everyone can see post-secondary education in a way that impacts them. He thinks that the answer to the problem of visibility is reaching out to people who are personally affected by targeted advertising, and he does not believe that we should solely rely on cause.
In my platform, you'll note that I want to chair the Council of Alberta University Students next year. And a big part of that is a public awareness campaign across this province. Cause has bank, and they don't spend any of it, and it drives me wild. The one, advertisements on TV, putting advertisements in real newspapers, and reaching out and showing that for people out in Alberta, the issues of students affect them, whether it be through debt or whether that's them paying their students' tuition thing.
While it's nice that BLAC wants to work so closely with other organizations to get the bigger picture, only relying on cause could give us the same issues of only relying on CASA. There is only so much organizations outside the University of Alberta can do, and we should have more than one plan in place. That's all for this edition of the Forum Report. The next forum the Gateway will be covering will be taking place tomorrow at 12 p.m. at Campus Saint-Jean. See you then!